Hey everyone, it's Casey and today I'm going to be doing 25 bookish facts about me. Number 1, I rarely ever reread books, but I really want to start doing that more often. There are just so many new books I want to check out. Number 2, I break spines. And taken out of context, that sounds pretty bad. Number 3, Junie B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus was the first chapter book I actually read by myself, I think, and I still love it to this day. Number 4, I have a really hard time letting people borrow books because I would say 90% of the time it's either come back damaged or never come back at all. Number 5, in high school, I finally kind of discovered what YA was, and I read The Hunger Games right when it came out, and I read City of Bones right when it came out, and thinking back to that time is just really exciting. Number 6, my freshman year of college when I moved away, I barely read it all because I was so busy and overwhelmed and meeting new people. And so when I wanted to get back into reading, I felt really overwhelmed, like I had been out of the loop and I didn't know what was popular anymore. And fairy tale retellings and discovering that genre is what really got me back into reading and got that passion burning again. Number 7, before reading a book, I used to go to the very last page and read the last sentence or like the last 3 words. That's horrible. I don't do that anymore, but I used to do it all the time. Number 8, story time. So in high school, when I was about 16, of course I went through that phase where I loved Twilight. And there was this Twilight costume contest that was going to be happening at Borders. Yes, Borders. I really was in high school that long ago. So 2 of my friends and I dressed up as Alice, Bella, and Rosalie, and we wore the prom outfits, and my friend that was Bella had a cast on. Like, we went all out. I had a wig. It was great. And we get there and we're so excited and no one's there. And at first we thought we were just early, but finally we asked the person and the man working there told us it had been canceled. Now, you might think that that's the most embarrassing part of the story, but it's not. So the next day at school, I'm sitting in science class before the class starts, and mind you, the 2 girls I went with didn't even go to my high school, like no one knew them. There was this guy behind me that I had never talked to before who was talking to his friend, and I overheard him, and he said to his friend, "Hey man, my brother works at Borders, and these girls came in last night dressed up like Twilight for some costume contest that was canceled," like making fun of us. And I can't believe I had the balls to do this, but I actually turned around and said to him, "That was me and my friends." Number 9, The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom is my favorite book of all time, and not many days go by that I don't think of what I learned from that book. Number 10, I am a hopeless romantic, and I love romance in books, but I don't really read straight up romance books. I don't really pick up like Nicholas Sparks or those other like famous romance authors much. Number 11, I prefer paperback over hardback, although I think hardback looks better on the shelves. Number 12, my sophomore year of high school, I was reading Uglies by Scott Westerfeld right before class started, and my teacher picked it up and started reading excerpts from the book out loud to the whole class, and I was so embarrassed because I just started the book and I didn't know like if it had any like mature content in it that he was going to read out loud, and I was really worried about it. Number 13, like a lot of you, I was a big John Green fan before The Fault in Our Stars came out, so when I heard The Fault in Our Stars was coming out, I of course pre-ordered a signed copy. I got my signed copy in the mail, I read it in my freshman dorm room all in one night. It was great. Then the book disappeared. It disappeared. It was gone. I never took it out of the dorm room. I didn't have a reason to take it out. I finished it in the room. So I thought to myself, oh, surely when I move out this year, when I clean everything out, I'll find it. So moving day came, and I cleaned everything out, and it wasn't there. I never found it. My signed copy. Was it stolen? And so yes, I did rebuy a copy of The Fault in Our Stars, but it's not signed. It's not. Number 14, I used to never ever annotate or write anything in my books, but now I do. I like to underline favorite quotes and stuff. Number 15, I used to spend my entire study hall period reading instead of actually studying. Number 16, I am way more of a standalone person than a series person, which I feel like is an unpopular opinion on BookTube. I feel like BookTube is all about the series, and I love series, but I just really love a good standalone. Number 17, when this new Harry Potter house quiz came out, I had a straight up identity crisis. The first time I took it, I was a Hufflepuff. This time, I'm a Ravenclaw. I have no idea what I am. Someone, I believe it was Rebecca from Why Mermaid, sent me the quiz with like all of the questions, and I was still Ravenclaw, but in my heart I feel like a Hufflepuff. Number 18, I am constantly overwhelmed by how many books I want to read. I just want to read them all. Number 19, I used to always finish every book I read, and now I'm a DNFer. There's just not enough time in the world to read a book I don't like. Number 20, in high school I had these two friends named Brooke and Kelsey. I'm still friends with Brooke. And we would all bring one book in our purse throughout the week, and we would read it, and then we would all switch books. So it was like having our own little library in high school. We'd all just bring a book, we'd switch with each other, and read each other's books every week, and it was awesome. Number 21, I forget details in books pretty quickly. Like, I forget people's names and certain things. While editing, I realized I forgot to do number 22. Number 22, when I go to people's houses, I scout out their books. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a family member, a friend. If they have a bookshelf in the room, I will scout out what books they read and look at their shelves, because I think you can tell a lot about a person by what books they read. Number 23, I can't eat while I read. A lot of people say they like to eat snacks while they read. I don't understand that. I'm using my hands to hold the book and flip the pages, and I don't have, it's too messy. I don't have enough hands to eat snacks. Number 24, I hated reading books for school. I hated it. I like never wanted to, although I did like The Great Gatsby. That was it. That was it. And number 25, magical realism is my favorite genre. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.